there. Welcome back to another episode of Why You Worried About It. I'm Lindsay Bush, HR Director with Country Crossroads Counseling.
And hey, everybody, I'm Susie Arbo. I'm a licensed professional counselor, and we have a special guest named Nugget on the
We got
show with
Nugget
us today, don't
here
we?
today. Welcome. Say hi, Nugget. Yes, this is my little best friend, little Nuggito.
Yeah, we love animals, and I guess Nugget wanted to be part of the show,
That's
so
right.
yeah. That's so fun. Well, we're on this journey to a better you, and that's kind of the whole theme of this podcast is we make them kind of short and sweet, but also we have some impactful kind of points that we always want to help people with and just different topics that we feel like are really relevant. We both work in the mental health field. We are in the trenches. We see people, in every different aspect, whether it be our employees, whether it be clients that we see. We do a lot of community events. And so we're always listening to people, kind of figuring out kind of what's going on and try to, we try to be really real on the show. And like I said, always give people helpful hints and tips and tricks to be better.
Absolutely. Yeah. Things going on in our lives are surely probably going on out there in the world that people can relate to. So we love hearing what you guys have going on too. And if there's ever anything you want to talk about or want to hear us talk about, please let us know. We would love to hear.
Absolutely. And today we kind of felt like it was a relevant kind of
Uh,
topic, just to think about our intentions and some goals moving forward in life. And I know sometimes when people hear, oh, it's the end of the year and it's starting a new year, and people kind of almost like get scared or kind of shy away from setting New Year's resolutions because, the average human gives up within the first, 2 or 3 weeks. There's a lot of studies out there about it. And so they kind of think, well, what's the point of setting goals? Why even work towards things in life? And so we just wanted to take some time today and talk about why it is so truly important to have some intentions for your life and whatnot. So, Lindsay, do you want to share one of your special things that you have there?
Yes, I would love to talk about that. I absolutely love starting a new year, and this year has hit different for me. I turned 40 and my birthday is the end of the year, so it's the day after Christmas. And I even shared that I absolutely love my birthday being at the end of the year too, because I'm a weirdo. I'm one of those that everything needs to start on Monday or the first of the month or all the perfect things. And so for me this year, looking forward to 2025, I absolutely love it. One of the most favorite things that we do in our women's group is our vision board. So I pulled out my vision boards. So not that everybody needs to see my life on a sheet here, but this is something that I absolutely love that we do. We vision board every year and we just sit down and it's a group of friends and we just talk about what's our intentions for the next year, and hopefully manifest some good things. So I absolutely love it. I'm sure a lot of people always hear about vision boarding and stuff, but we have these for how many years now, Susie, have we been doing this? I bet
I
eight.
think I was gonna say 8 or 9. Yep,
Yeah,
for
we
sure,
have
for
so
sure.
it's so fun to pull these out and you look at them and you're like, holy crap. Like you can totally see it's almost like a journey, like a journal of your life, essentially, because you can see what was important and what are you focusing on. Or I love that happy hour, of course, is right there. I should probably go all the things, but
Yeah, yeah. And it's the best part about vision boards is that there's no, I feel like, rules to it. There's no like right or wrong. It's whatever you have in your life, whether it's, you want more family time or you want to start a family or, maybe it's a financial goal. Maybe it's a trip you want to go on. Maybe it is a career goal that you have. And so just there's really cool little books on Amazon now that you can buy that are they're magazines that are just made for vision boarding. And so we had fun last year. I ordered a whole bunch of those for a women's group and I brought those. And then there's also, magazines, there's just letters you can use, there's numbers, but the intention of it is that you put it somewhere that you can see it every day.
Mhm.
And then it keeps it fresh on your mind. You know what you're working towards, in life. And I feel like it just really helps kind of set the tone. Now, will you accomplish every single thing on there? Probably not. Like there's going to be things, that just maybe your life changes. Maybe there's a situation that comes up. Maybe it just isn't, months later, it's still not that important to you. And that's okay. Right. But just kind of having a grasp of what are some of the things you're working on. And so vision boards are really cool. We actually did a fun activity with even our company. If you are working in a business right now, you work with other people on a team, just even suggesting this is we did a vision board where we had everybody in our leadership group come with one or two, I think, personal visions that they had for their life, and then also for the company, like where we're going with Country Crossroads Counseling, what our goals are as a company, our vision. And it was just really fun to see what people came up with. And so Lindsay had that idea. So if you're work in a company or a business, that's a fun one to do too.
Yeah. And I love that Susie shared that it's important to keep it where you can see it every day. So it's my background on my phone. I love that. So every time I open up my phone, I can see like of course some of those things, and I just think it's a really fun way to remind myself. Literally every time I see it, it makes me so happy, and like all of my most important things are right here at my fingertips, and it just helps remind me every time I look at it. So I like that you
Hmm.
shared that.
Yeah, oh for sure. And then also like it's really easy, you cut the little images out and then you can use Mod Podge, you can use tape, you can use glue. It's like I said, there's no right or wrong. We go to Hobby Lobby or you can even order them on Amazon. They're super cheap. They're little boards. So they're
Mhm.
kind of sturdier
Yeah.
and
Nice
they're
to
just
stand
they're
out.
fun. So if you're looking for a new kind of way to start and kick off your new year, that's a super good way to do it. Get some friends together, even your family, like make a
Mhm.
family vision board. So there's no right or wrong to it. Another thing, that we do every year in our company is we have a little program that we kind of started, it was over a year ago, called Better You. And I don't know if you can see this or not, but it's all tattered. There's coffee on the top of it. I've had this since like it was last January, but it is in my planner. It goes with me every day. And it talks about the different areas of our life and what our goals are for those different areas. And I've done this, I mean, I want to say since grad school, some sort of goals every year. And I write them and I either have them in my planner, on my refrigerator, somewhere that I'm seeing them. And there's a lot of statistics out there that just prove over and over when you see what you're working towards, that it helps keep you motivated, it helps keep you inspired, and it's just it even gives you accountability, right? Like when you're looking at that list and you're like, okay, you know what, one of my goals is this, and am I doing that? So the different areas that we cover, and if you are interested in this resource, Lindsay actually created it for us. I don't know, Lindsay, it's been going for a couple of years now, I think.
It's been a little bit.
um yeah, but we'd love to send you it. It's just a free little resource that we can do it. Just message us on whatever platform that you can reach us. Usually, Facebook Messenger is a good one for Country Crossroads Counseling. But we have the areas of family, spirituality, professional, health and wellness, mental and emotional, financial, and leisure. So those are the topics that we kind of and what we do is we just encourage people to do kind of small, actionable things that you can kind of start to incorporate in your life and kind of just start with baby steps and doing it
Mhm.
kind of gradually. Yes, you should have some big dreams and goals in there for sure. Everybody should, 10x their dreams and goals. But for real, if you just want even some progress, kind of setting some of those daily kinds of things.
Yeah, and let's be real. Whenever I mean, that's the point anyways, right? The whole reason of doing this, like it feels good to get your dreams and your goals out there, but heard so many people say that they don't want to do it because how long is it, Susie? What did you say, like 3 weeks into the new
Mhm.
year? And people like they already give up on all of their new resolutions and all those things, but just be realistic with it. You don't have to lose 40 pounds in the first month that you're dieting or do all the things at once. Like just I would set those small attainable goals. Don't have to go shoot for the moon. Obviously, I'd say write it down because it feels good to write it down and know what you're working for, but don't shoot yourself in the foot right out of the gate because then you're going to feel like a failure, and there's no sense in that. Like any step forward is a step in the right direction. So, yeah,
Mhm.
I
We
love
always
doing those.
Yes, we always say your next step is your best step. So, anytime you can make some progress. And I'm looking at my goals and I see them like I said, almost every day. And I've done this for years, and every year it kind of gets better and better as far as just kind of hitting some of those things, and then they just become a part of your daily routine. Like in my spirituality one, this has been going on for years, but I have daily devotions. And every morning when I get up, I have my little gratitude thing I do, but then also I get on and I get an emailed to me a daily devotion. It's just 2 minutes. It takes me to read it and it sets my tone for the day. So that's on there, a daily prayer, workouts 5 days a week. And it might be a 10-minute workout because it might be just a walk that day because that's all I get. Or maybe I'm going to go to the gym and do a little weight circuit or whatever that is. So just even or drinking water, calling your family. If you have a goal for that, like my family lives, in Minnesota and Florida. So I try to call them regularly. Financial goals, it's a big one, figuring out kind of where you're at with your finances, where you want to be. And, it's like that saying that says, if you're a ship and you leave the dock and you're going into the ocean and you don't have a destination, how will you ever know where you're going? And that's kind of the same as like our life and our goals. If we just kind of just live and exist every day and we don't really have a clear vision of where we want to be and what we want to accomplish, it's kind of like people get kind of in that miserable state and they don't feel good about their life and they're kind of bah humbug because they haven't had any expectations of what they wanted out of life.
Hmm. And I feel like sometimes those people, it's easy to kind of stay there and live there. There's nothing wrong with setting those goals, even if it's a crazy goal. It's okay. Like you might find something amazing on the way or on the journey to finding that goal, and your goal could change completely. But setting something, and I think there's something to be said to marking things off the list. So if you are doing something small, being able to say, hey, it's just basic of drinking 3 bottles of water a day, marking that off the list, that feels so good. And I know it feels so good just for a daily like to-do list for me. Sometimes I'll go back and write down things I already did just because I want to mark it off to make myself feel better about it. So I think that is something to be said for our goals too and our vision. Like being able to say you've actually set out to do something and you do it, like what a good feeling that is. I don't know. I really like that.
Such a feeling of accomplishment. And then, we love the saying momentum builds momentum.
Hmm.
So if you do something and let's say your goal is to, go for that walk every day and each day you'll probably do a little bit more and it just feels good because, you're doing something that you want to do. And so we always like to take an actionable step on this show. And so just kind of thinking about what are your goals? What is your dreams? What are your aspirations, your intentions for 2025? And what does that look like? And we really want to encourage you when you hit that, that second, third week that you just keep going. And even if when you were talking about the, how some people give up, Lindsay, and they get frustrated, I like little sayings, obviously you hear me say them all the time, but there's one that says, if you get a flat tire, you don't slash the other three, right? You fix that one and then you keep going. And that's the same as our life because there might be a certain area that we're just killing it in, right? Like that we are maybe the spirituality one. Maybe you're doing really well in that, but maybe your nutrition and your health and your wellness maybe isn't as good. That's okay. You just take a baby step every day or just one little thing. And that can go a long way and that can really, really help people. So that's a kind of our little thing is maybe having a goal that you have for your year and what that looks like, writing it down, putting it somewhere that you can see it. Again, if you want us to send you our new, better you goals, we would love to do that. We'd love to share that resource with you.
Yeah, and we would love to see any of those vision boards. If you guys are already doing it, or maybe you're doing something a little different, share it with us. We would love to, I mean, it takes time to do those kind of things, and sometimes you don't have time to do it, but again, I encourage to make it a family night. I've done it with my daughter before. She really enjoys doing it. She's 14 and she's got dreams and goals, and even the little guys do too. They have things that they look forward to, and it's fun to see what's going on in their little minds too. So, and then again with your partner or your significant other, how I thought it was important to do it with our leadership team because I think it's really important to see what are other people, what do they want? You're spending time with these people at work, or you're working towards the same greater good, hopefully, but are you all on the same path, or do you have the same dreams, or are you in the same line? Like, and you can say that with a spouse or a significant other too. So I just think it's fun to kind of see and build together, and it makes you learn people on a deeper level.
So if you are listening today, let's make 2025 our best year yet. And let's get our goals and our intentions written and let's have a great year.
I'm excited. Thank you guys so much for listening to us today. Again, it's just a short and sweet one. We love to hear from you. Please follow us on Facebook, Country Crossroads Counseling, and then you can find us on our website. We're always doing fun things, and we are here to try to help. So let us know what you'd like to hear.